rising, loves. This is the altar spread for the collective today. So the sacred geometry that showed up for today is Taurus again. And if you remember, Taurus, it spins in on itself with the sacred seven. And I talked about connecting the heart to the energy of the Taurus. And there are 7 muscles of the heart that spin into a Taurus. It's this beautiful vortex of energy. And the Taurus is actually how I experience jumping timelines. That time is not linear, but some refer to it as a spiral. I don't experience time as a spiral. I experience it as a Taurus. So almost like looking down into a washing machine when you see water, how it kind of spins in on itself. That's how I experience time. But this card showed up to bring to your awareness your connection with your heart and with nature, and really connecting with all of nature reawakens the energy of the heart. And this is really important right now because fear closes hearts. And so for this to show up again, there's something that we're really not being aware of. And so we need to be very conscious of our connection. And so Mother Earth, what she can teach us in the human experience is that change is transient, but change is necessary. So just like the seasons change, or certain things die off to make room for other things, and there's this beautiful exchange of nature. She teaches us that. And she teaches us that through her ever-dependent support. I mean, she truly is the epitome of mother. So when we say Mother Earth, I mean, that's what a mother is. Ever-dependent, vigilant, supportive, compassionate, and offers unconditional love and balance. So we can learn quite a bit from her, connecting in this human experience. And Owl brings the message of being able to see that which is in the dark. It's wisdom. It's knowing that darkness is not a negative, but actually is the birthplace of magic, mysticism, but that the dark never lasts for long. And there is great wisdom in all of that. So do not fear the dark. Chrysocolla, we've seen this quite a bit. This is bringing your heart through your voice. Are you speaking your divine truth? Or are you speaking your programming? Are you living in deceit? And so this talks a lot about using your voice for the service of good, like in love, not in the purpose to control or manipulate or deceive. And so when we set the proper intent from our heart first, it's literally impossible to voice something that is harmful or controlling or deceitful. And we really have gotten away from this type of existence, and people have become so numbed out to deceit that I think people begin believing their facades, and it's disheartening. But Chrysocolla calls us to return to heart intent and to voice that truth. And so Ingonyama, honor of the ancient king, showed up to tell us that we are meant to realize what it is to be truly empowered, to be fierce, courageous, and to speak our truth. And when we actually embody that truth, that true empowerment and servitude, that's the only moment that we can actually lead others into that same truth. And so when we do it, it's like the domino effect. Everything else just falls in line. And so this does have a prayer. So if you could shake out your shoulders, take a deep collective breath with me. Release with an audible sigh. Close your eyes and stay connected to my voice. Through the spiritual authority residing in my heart as the Christ Lion of Judea, I cast out the darkness of negative influence. I cast it out of myself, of my loved ones, and my community. I cast it out of the world events and future situations wherever this sanctified spiritual authority extends. May all leaders submit to wisdom for the greatest good of all, through the power of the great spirit of love. It is done.